Hey, and welcome back. So today we're cooking a chicken. We're smoking a chicken in our offset smoker. This one we're going to cook at a slightly higher temps. The reason is to crisp up that skin. But I'm also going to show you how to spatchcock it. Now, spatchcocking is a really strange word for me, not being a native English speaker, but I'll show you how. The whole point is opening up the chicken or flattening it. We're also going to add a lot of flavor by mixing up a compound rub, actually a butter rub. So we're going to melt butter and add a ton of flavor and get that chicken all shiny and polished and really nice with a nice butter glaze, because that adds a ton of flavor in itself. So here's the chicken I got. This is a corn-fed chicken, hence the yellowish color, but I think it's really good tasting. Now, one more thing we're going to do is we're going to flatten it, and that's what you call spatchcocked chicken. Now, spatchcocked is a really strange word, especially for me not being a native American, or English speaker for that matter. But what it basically means is we're going to cut off or remove the backbone, and that way you can flatten the whole bird, and it's going to cook more evenly, and that's a good thing. So let's get to spatchcocking this one and then apply the rub and get it in the smoke. So here it is, just place it with the breast fillets down and just grab it right here, and now we want to cut right to the right side of the spine and then on the left hand side, and then we can remove that. If you want to, you can keep it. It's good for making stock. Just put it in the freezer until you have a few. Now, if you have a good kitchen shears, that helps. I only have a regular pair of scissors, but I think I'm gonna make it just by brute force. So that's the right hand side, and now we go down the other side. So we're effectively cutting off the ribs here where they attach to the spine. There you go. As you can see now, it's opened up the cavity, so we're going to flip it around. And now it's going to lay down flat. I'm going to flip the legs out like that. That's real good. Now I'm going to go save this one in the freezer. I'm going to wash my hands really carefully. Very important when dealing with chicken. Then I'll get back and apply the rub and just use a pair of tongs for managing this one until it's cooked. Now keep an eye out, make sure I don't dabble on this one, but it's really important. So I'm gonna go clean up, then we're gonna get the rub on. Now that it's flattened properly, apply a good rub. I'm gonna go with the classic pork and poultry rub here. Pick anything you like, but we're also gonna apply a good butter rub. I'll show you in a while, but first things first, this one needs to get on the smoker. I'm gonna use this tray for handling it all the time. That's gonna be real easy. So the cooker's coming up to temp. We got a nice fire going. I think we're ready to get the bird in. Now, in this case, I'm actually going to cook hotter than usual. But instead of amping up the fire, I'm actually going to put the chicken on the top rack, because, as you know, hot air rises, so the top rack is going to be hotter than the bottom rack. So instead of spending more fuel, I'm simply going to put the bird on the top shelf. Easy peasy. So I'm going to put it right here in the middle. Put the thighs towards the fire because they are just slightly higher in fat content. It's dark meat, they can take the heat better. Just in case I need to, I'm going to rotate the whole thing midways. Anyhow, let's get some smoke into this. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how to get that butter up going so we can start basting it while cooking. Cook temp 150 Celsius, 300 Fahrenheit. So butter up, you keep saying. Well, this is what I'm gonna do. I melted some butter here, 80 grams roughly. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of rub to it. I'm gonna brush and mix this up real good. And now not only we did apply some initial rub, but I'm actually going to use this and baste the chicken throughout the cook. A lot of it's going to run off, but a lot of it's going to stay and add a lot of flavor to that skin. So I didn't do much flavor treatment to the actual meat. To do that, I would actually have to inject. And I don't have my injector here, but I'm thinking let's just add a ton of flavor to the chicken skin. This is going to be real good. While cooking, we might as well throw in some veggies. As you can see, I put a thermometer in the chicken breast also to keep track of temps. It's going to take an hour and an hour and a half to cook this one. Nice, easy cook. Oh yeah, hard life of a pitmaster. Keeping that butter up warm on top of the firebox, really easy. That's the way to roll. So the chicken's been on for 30 minutes, time for the first baste. But man, that skin is looking good already. Pull that out, I start applying this butter rub. Oh, nice, this is going to be good. Don't wear sensitive clothes when doing this because that butter tends to splash all over. That's good for the first one. I'm gonna do it once or twice again, but back into the smoker. So the chicken's been on for a little over an hour. We just hit 70 degrees Celsius and man, that's looking good. And really nice skin. See that? Oh, it's really sweet. This is gonna be tasty. Let's get this one out. Now that's a good looking chicken if there ever was one. Almost looks like a frog upside down. Anyhow, I'm not gonna slice it now because I'm gonna serve dinner very soon, but this is real easy, as you can see, what a little hot air and some oak wood can do. So now you've seen that was easy, smoking up some chicken with oak wood, cooking at higher temps to crisp the skin, also how to butter that bird to make it real tasty, and it just looks really nice when it's polished like that. You know that fat's glistening, so real easy. Now serving suggestions. I usually almost always serve this with something called an Alabama white sauce. An Alabama white sauce is a mayonnaise-based sauce. It's mayonnaise, horseradish, vinegar, and some salt, and some Dijon mustard, and it's a great combination. You can use it as a cold dip. You make it in 2 minutes. Recipe is available on my website, or you can actually cover the whole bird in it before cooking. So either way is fine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, perhaps some inspiration for cooking up some chicken. I'll see you guys next episode.